Spring is a time of renewal. Longer days, bursting buds, and for some of us, the first whispers of warmth after a long, chilly season. But there is one familiar visitor whose arrival confirms that spring is here. The American robin. It's nothing new to portray this red pot-bellied thrush as a herald of the changing seasons. With the arrival of robins to our backyards, parks, and woodlands, an ushering in of warmth, color, and the life of spring comes with them. It's as if they carried back the warm sunniness of their winter home on their wings. Even their red belly and cheerful demeanor has a warmth to it, making them nearly synonymous with the very idea of spring itself. But why? Why are these birds so deeply connected to the season of rebirth? Well, it's all about timing. Every year, American robins start their long journey north from their winter homes in the southern United States, Mexico, and even Central America. They are among the first to migrate, returning to their breeding grounds in early spring, long before many other species. For this reason, they are one of the earliest signs that the cold, barren days of winter are finally behind us. Then there's the fact that they live so closely with us and have a huge range across North America. Everyone knows what a robin is. For many, robins were the first bird they learned to recognize. In our youth, we may have heard our elders refer to them as messengers of spring's return. There are plenty of poems and stories celebrating robins as symbols of renewal. In many cultures, they are more than birds, but a promise of fresh beginnings. We know better days are ahead when robins begin showing up. The sight of many robins together on a lawn or perched in trees is not only an eye-pleasing treat, but a practical one too. Since robins play an important role in nature's intricate dance as skilled insectivores, their presence is essential for maintaining a healthy ecosystem as the soil starts to wake up again. Not only that, but for gardeners, the presence of robins tells us that our yard is healthy and alive. No need for pesticides with robins or many other birds around. In fact, for keeping the population of our feathered friends healthy, it's best to skip harmful pesticides altogether. What a treat it is to watch them as they stand erect on our lawns, then scoot across quickly, pause again, and scrutinize the ground both through sight and hearing for any signs of worms or insects. Watching one turn its head as they peer down low, then dig their bill into the ground and come up with a worm is an endearing thing to watch. How many of us have seen them doing this? A robin with a beak full of earthworms is a hallmark of spring. One doesn't even need to be a bird watcher to engage in a conversation of seeing robins hunting earthworms. It's such a familiar sight that we all share, birder and non-birder alike. So it's no wonder they acquired the title as being symbols of spring. But it's not just their return to our lawns and fields and their hunger for earthworms that makes robins so symbolic. It's also their song. The unmistakable melodic cheer-up, cheerily that fills the air in the early hours of the day. As the first hints of sunlight kiss the morning sky, the male robin greets the day with his song, announcing to all the time of renewal is upon us. The robin's pleasant song is the soundtrack to spring's return. a cheerful reminder that nature is waking up from its long slumber. Their early morning serenading is like an honoring to the life-giving season. To pluck the blossoms of the day, making the very most of the beauty and warmth that spring offers. So fitting for a bird that wastes no time getting to nesting, often choosing to build their nest right in our very yards. As a matter of fact, they will nest in some unexpected places. Under our deck, on top of a porch light, in our patio plants, on our door wreaths. They will even nest in the garden center of a department store, or people's greenhouses. Heck, robins will even claim a deck chair if it isn't being used much. As my husband once said to a friend who was inquiring about if a robin would nest in his yard, robins will nest on your hand if you hold it up long enough. For this, they share a striking similarity to the Carolina wren, another bird known to use people's belongings for nesting. This adaptability to nest in such places is yet another thing about robins that make them lovable. Most often, people become so enamored with this honor that they take it upon themselves to ensure the robins are safe while they nest. The desire of robins to use our homes has given many people their first glimpse into the secretive world of nesting. What a memorable sight to see 3 or 4 little beaks poking up from the nest as their parents arrive with food. And it's not just the human connection to robins that make them so special. They've been a part of the natural world for so incredibly long that their migration patterns are ingrained in the rhythms of the earth itself. As northern lands thaw, robins are among the first to respond, signaling the shift toward the life-giving season of spring. So the next time you see a robin perched in a tree or walking across your lawn, remember, this is more than just a bird. It's a symbol of change, of growth, and of the cyclical nature of life that brings new hope each year. The robin is a reminder that after every cold and dark winter, spring will always return. While this red-bellied thrush may have earned the title as the harbinger of spring thanks to its timely migration, huge range, close proximity to humans, and that beautiful song, there is another thrush whose song seems to have been sent from heaven itself, the hermit thrush. While the hermit thrush isn't as likely as a robin to be seen in your yard, much less nesting in it, their phenomenal voice is worth hearing, but you will have to head to the forest and mountains for that. Luckily, I had the opportunity years ago to capture one singing. You can hear their song plus learn all about the profound impact it has on people in the video on the screen. Thank you for watching. Happy birding!